Well, we have HOAs sending me emails. Orlando, look, we're the best thing since sliced bread. We do not hurt homeowners. No. We don't hurt them. We actually help them. If we don't jump in and take care of all of the issues that they neglect to pay, their prices and their values of their home would not go up.
So we actually help the prices go up.
Got a paddock on my wrist, doing front flips, giving you my number, but
no, serious. This is what these HOAs are emailing me because they watched one of my old videos explaining how the HOA is the mafia, which is true. And then they get upset and send me emails and try to say, Orlando, let me sit down and tell you how HOAs really work.
You're a smart motherfucker, that's right.
Look, we're gonna go over it, guys, why HOAs are destroying the housing market, why some of these condo owners, especially in Florida, are going to see a reckoning come, and you have to be ready for it. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. Also, check in the description and in the pinned comment. I have a newsletter. Guys, listen, you gotta sign up for this newsletter. It's free. What is it gonna hurt you? You will get tons of value. And as always, if you need any type of financing when it comes to investment properties and commercial properties, I'm your man. I've been a lender for almost 20 years. I can assist you with that. The information is in the description, guys. Guys, listen, we're gonna talk about it. HOA fees jumped 60% in South Florida in the past 5 years. Why higher costs are ahead? Now, remember, remember, the HOAs contacted me and said,
Orlando, we're gonna have to have this conversation. You don't know how HOAs work. In actuality, we actually help individuals bring up their values.
So my question is, HOH then, so why have you went up 60%?
Why?
Why is it that in some areas, like Miami, like 60% is light? We've seen HOA fees go up to thousands and thousands of dollars a month.
No comment. But yes.
Now, we're not talking in addition to insurance or property tax or the mortgage. We're talking in addition to all of that. And you're telling me that you went up 2 years ago or 3 years ago, you went from $600 to $1,200 or $1,200 to $2,400, and you're saying, huh, Orlando,
this is just the way HOAs work. We're asking for more money because we need it. We have to. If we don't get this money, then we're gonna have to start kicking people out.
you must be ruthless.
does that sound like a friendly gesture? It sounds like they're trying to take over your home. It sounds like, to me, it sounds like just a bird's eye view. It sounds like you are raising up fees. And in most cases, especially in this case, you are raising fees at such a fast pace, people can't afford it anymore.
Excellent.
How crazy is it that you own a home, but you also pay rent on that same home? Let's make that make sense. You own the home, you have a mortgage on it, but then you also pay rent on the place that you bought. Make it make sense. This is the reason why I am against condos.
Don't do it. You'll regret it, man. Trust me.
A lot of you guys are like, Orlando, I want to own, I don't want to rent. And then you buy a condo and you're owning and renting at the same time. Make it make sense to me. I know. A lot of people are going to say, Orlando, that's not true. It's an HOA fee. It's not rent. Okay, if that's what you want to call it. I mean, we could change the name, administration fee, grass cutting fee. We can change to anything you want. HOA fee is, it's just a different name. Then it goes on to say, South Florida condo owners burdened by spiraling insurance, repair bills, and a new law saw their association fees shoot up nearly 60% over the last 5 years, driving some to consider difficult financial decisions to make their next HOA payment. Miami-Dade County median monthly condo association fee of $900 from April to June this year is up more than 59% from 567 fees over the same stretch in 2019, according to data from Redfin. Guys, listen. Look, this is light. This is light. Honestly, this is light. When these guys sent me that HOA email and they were like, Orlando, you don't know what you're talking about. They said you need to enlighten your viewers and let them know that HOAs they're not the enemy. We're here, we're your friends. Yes, we know we tell you you can't put your trash can in front of the house that you own. We know that we tell you you can't paint this and your back patio or your deck a certain color. We know we tell you that you can't plant trees outside. We're telling you that. We know. And we know that we even go even to more detail and say you can only put a certain type of tree in your own front yard. We know this. And we know we charge absurd amounts monthly that we don't even know where the money goes.
It isn't my money. That's no money. That isn't my money.
But hey, listen, we're here to help, because all of that money and all of that money that they use to cut grass, to put up lights on your building, to put peppermint at your front door when people come in, all of those things, right? When they spent all of that cash on those things, giving their friends and people that they know contracts to do things at the condo that probably won't be the best price to do the service. Do you think, honestly guys, take a listen to this. Do you think that HOAs are literally calling in a book going, oh, you're going to charge this much? Okay, next person, are you going to charge this much? Okay, let's look at do you think they're doing that? They're not. They're not. They're calling Jim.
Hey, Jim. Yeah, we got him again. Yeah, we got him. Yeah, $5,000 to cut grass.
You know, HOAs are just like that family member that continues to ask you for money, and every time he asks you for money, it goes up. Oh, yeah, can I get $20? Oh, next time it's $40. Next thing you know, it's $100. Every time he's asking, you're like, how did you increase the amount of debt that you're going to be in with me? That's what HOAs are.
I made a lot of money off of them.
Here is the worst thing about it. If you guys think this is the crash, or you think this is the part that's really hard, and you think that, oh, let's just get over this hump and we'll be good. No. I'm here to tell you, this is going to get worse. Why is it going to get worse, Orlando? Because this is just the beginning. Right now, what are people telling? What are seniors? What are individuals who are in this predicament telling? They're telling you, I cannot pay this.
Help me, I'm poor.
You don't believe me? Well, let's just take a look at what one of the condo owners said. He says, I don't know how I'm going to stay here if things keep going up. Well, condo owner, let me just tell you right now, they're going to continue to go up. Here's the most craziest thing about it, is that the HOAs are going to continue to do these special assessments. They're going to continue to ask for more money, and the number's going to continue to change. You know why? Because the prices to do the work will change. Does that make sense? So prices, as we know, when it comes to home, when it comes to fixing your home, the roof, everything else, it's getting more and more expensive. Day by day, guys. Day by day, it's getting more expensive. So if it's getting more expensive day by day, how is it that the HOA that asked for, $100,000 from you by the end of this year, how do they know that that price won't go up? How can they guarantee you that the work can get done for that $100,000 when every single day, due to inflation, due to the market, election, whatever it may be, anything going on with the economy, it's continued to go up. Prices have not went down. So can you guarantee me that we can get it done for that $100,000? No, they can't.
So we don't have the capacity.
A lot of these individuals who bought these condos, and now the HOA fees are coming up. A lot of them are seniors. Some of them aren't seniors. But the point is that they thought that they were done with making payments, and a lot of them have to go back to work at 70-something years old. Listen, I'm 70 years old, and you're telling me I got to pay you I'm putting that bad boy up on the market. I'm not paying you $100,000. For what? Oh, okay. Let's talk about what they want, what they say that you need to fix. The rising condo fees are piling up on top of owners' monthly mortgage, as well as steep assessment to repair broken elevators, patch a leaky roof, repave a parking lot, and bolster dwindling emergency reserves. Now, remember this, guys. Remember this. I'm not trying to be a stickler on words here. I'm really not. But if I'm giving someone $100,000, you better be doing more than patching up a leaky roof and then repaving a parking lot. And then you're trying to put the rest of my money in emergency reserve? What is the emergency reserve for?
Explain yourself.
Let's just do a real quick breakdown on condos. Not only do you have to pay an HOA, not only do you have to pay your personal insurance, not only do you have to pay the HOA insurance, but you also have to pay your mortgage. And then you have to pay property taxes. Five things. And every last one of them is going up. The only thing that is really the same as your mortgage. But we all know that your mortgage will go up because it's combined with insurance and taxes. But the reason why it's going up is because of those two items. So we have all of the 4 out of the 5 items continue to go up every year, and not by small amounts. We're not talking about 3%. We're talking about doubling 100 to 200% in some areas. Here's the thing. You're lucky if you get 60% increase.
Orlando, you're talking crazy. I'm lucky if I get 60%.
I know. We're here. This is where we are. This is the truth. You're lucky if you get 60%. This is the reason why I am always preaching over and over and over, stay away from condos. And here's the thing, I just didn't start saying this, guys. I've said this 2 years ago, 2.5, whenever I started, I told you guys, I think my first video was, hey guys, listen, normally the way that these downturns work is Florida is hit first. And then we see condo. That was my first video on this. You guys don't buy condos. And what did people do? They bought condos. I get emails every single day from individuals saying, Orlando, I have a condo that, if you know anyone who wants to buy it, let me know. Please. I'm not a realtor, guys. Listen to me. I am not a realtor. I am not a real estate agent. And I really appreciate that you think that you would want me to represent your property, but I'm not that. So a lot of people reach out to me and say, Orlando, I got condos, I got my property, and I just want to sell. Can you help me out? Can you sell my property? Do you want to buy my property? It is getting desperate out here, guys. Here is what the HOA says. Here is their response. The same response that they gave me when they emailed me, a 3-page email of just, we're the best, we're the best, we're the best.
Because I am better.
At what?
Everything.
They're DJ Khaled. Who would have ever thought?
You know what we do? I rep we the best, and 30 Entertainments be the best.
What has happened is many of those people who are finding this troublesome have underpaid the cost of where they have been for a long time. It's hard when you establish your life pattern on a cost that is too low, because at some point that catches up. So I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Orlando, well, what does that really mean? It sounded like a bunch of gibberish. What he's basically saying is, yeah, you guys thought that you could come here and you could stay on this low cost of living on the beach. No, state tax. They thought that they could just live there and everything can be low cost and the cost would never change. And this HOA guy is saying,
But just so you know, costs are changing. Yeah, costs are changing. It's expensive to live in Florida. We didn't tell you that at first. We didn't let you know that it was gonna be expensive here. We told you that. No state tax. A bunch of seniors live here and they're on like, on fixed income. So if you're working, you're gonna make it here.
they told you all of that. They told you property tax. Property tax. Oh man, it's pretty low compared to the nation. They told you property insurance in a state that frequently gets hit with hurricanes. Insurance is never gonna go up. We've got that nailed down. And then now they're telling you.
Yeah, 2024, 2025, if you can't afford to live here, you need to leave.
That's what they're telling you. In Florida. Remember, this is a place where it's paradise.
Right.
Yet the cost of living is continuing to go up. Let's take a look at this chart here, guys, which I find it very, very suspicious, because let's take a look at this chart. We see Miami, right? Everybody, I don't know what it is about Miami and people thinking that it's cheap to live in Miami, but I try to let people know it is expensive. It is probably one of the most expensive places to live. The real estate there is insane, but for some odd reason, because of no state tax, people believe that it's cheap to live in South Florida. But here's the thing. HOA fees went up during the pandemic, which is crazy to me, because what were we doing during the pandemic? What were you fixing? What emergencies came up? Everybody was in the home. I mean, I get it. Maybe you needed to do some extra cleaning. You need to make sure XYZ. I get all of that. But isn't that what the emergency reserves are that you're asking for in addition to all the other increases? Isn't that really the point? So it's either one of two things. Either you gouged your people during the pandemic and it still wasn't enough money. Because here, let's remember, the price went up. So what did they do with all that money when the price went up? Look, 2021, prices went up to almost average. This is average, guys. And when I say average, this is average, because it's nowhere near this now. But 2021, did you guys not have enough money? You guys raked up the price. So what did you do with all of that extra? There was nothing going on during that time. Make it make sense to me. You still had to cut grass. You still had to clean the windows. You still had to do maintenance on the properties. You still had to do all of these things, these maintenance. Now, I guess you could say,
Orlando, well, prices went up. You know, individuals who were working the things to get people to do these jobs, it went up.
okay, well, you raised prices up to that point and then it still wasn't enough. Does that make sense? It still wasn't enough.
I want more!
So where does this end? That's my point. Where does this end? You raised up prices in 2021 during a pandemic where nobody was doing anything, and you raised it up to almost $900, and that still wasn't enough.
You got me.
Going from the last year before that, $500 to $900, and that still wasn't enough. So now we're back to today, 3 years later, and you're saying, oh, now I know we went up from $900, but now we're gonna continue going up. We're doubling and tripling the HOA fee or your rent. Make it make sense to me, guys. I mean, make it make sense to me. What do you feel that you get? Because here's my thing. I know a lot of people think Orlando, he's bashing on HOAs. He doesn't like them for whatever reason, right? But here's the thing. Put in the comment section. Please put in the comment section if you are a supporter of HOAs and explain to me what they actually help you do. What did they do for you that made them irreplaceable, that you couldn't do on your own? Just please explain this to me so that I have a better understanding at how great HOAs are. Because to me, contrary to what these guys are sending me in my emails and telling me, Orlando, you don't understand. To me, I've had my experiences with HOA and it hasn't been good. They always tell you what to do and it comes out of nowhere. They're fining you for things that you may not even gotten a warning for.
Awkward. So awkward.
I did a video where they're putting drones on top of your house to see, oh yeah, we're gonna get this guy. They always seem like they're trying to kick you out of your home rather than you stay in your home. They're putting fees and liens on top of your house for no apparent reason. And in some instances, people didn't even know that they were there.
Man, I'm dead.
Look, at the end of the day, I don't want to make this video super long, but I just want you guys to know that these condos, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning for Florida. This is the beginning for the housing market in general. Again, we have the election coming up and it's going to be a wild, kooky one. As we all know. But listen, people are just saying they can't afford it right now. What happens when people actually cannot afford it? When they're going through the foreclosure, when they're getting kicked out of their homes, when you're seeing condos on the market for $100,000, $200,000 less than the previous price cut. What happens then? What happens when individuals thought that they had all their life savings in their condo, in their real estate, in their home, and they no longer have that? They are back down to what they purchased it for, or even below that. When those things start happening, then we're going to start seeing the domino effect happen. But right now, people are just saying, whoa, you need $100,000 from me in 6 months? You need $50,000 from me in 3 to 6 months?
Pay me my money.
And most people don't have that type of money sitting around, and they know this. As always, guys, I hope you got value out of this content. We know that you won't get all of your information from this one video. I need you to watch this video right here. Yes, this video right here. It will give you information on the housing market, financial news, and get into your first rental property. And the information you will get from that video, it will be gold. See you in the next one. Thanks.